You have a SSAS pension, but you're not sure what you can use it for. Well, in this video, Kevin Whelan will answer the question, what can you invest your money using a SSAS pension?
So apart from investment in properties, in what other ways can you invest your SSAS? Who makes the choice of where to invest, the SSAS manager or the owner?
Okay, well, the whole raft of different investments you can make there's only two exceptions really. One is what we call tangible movable property, which is a bit of a mouthful, but it means if you can ride it, eat it, drink it, wear it, hang it on a wall and appreciate it, you can't have it. Right? Rule number one. Rule number two, certain types of residential property. Certain types of property are exempt residential property, like looking after people with special needs, and you can define what you mean by special needs yourself, certain student halls of residence, things like that. So there are some residential properties you can genuinely own and hold inside the SSAS, but for most residential properties you can't. So they're the two exceptions. Anything else is good. Who makes the choice? Small, self-directed. You. However, not all SSASs are the same. So you could choose a SSAS from a company that also runs SIPs. And Simon and I, you and I chatted about this recently about a certain company. And when they run a SIP and a SSAS book, a group of a bunch of people who owe money, usually the SIP book is bigger than the SSAS book. And sometimes they'll write the rules to say, we make the decisions and we'll tell you what you can invest, not you. So not all SSASs are the same.
No. And I always say to people, like when they come to me and say, what did I do? You do need to shop around, that, as Kevin said, find somebody that you like, but also they're different. So, trustees and administrators have different offerings in a way, certainly around education. So that's why, I was really keen to go with an organisation that would give me really good education and knowledge so that I could, and also some advice around, I have an annual meeting with my key guy, Lars, and I sit down and we go, right, how did last year go? What are we going to do this year?
Yeah.
And that's really important for me. I feel like I'm not doing it on my own. I've got a team of people that I go to for advice. And legal advice and everything else. I want to make sure that what I'm doing is right. And I have bought land, I have bought commercial property, I've done loan backs, I've bought, I'm going to be buying a guest house, in the SSAS. So lots of different ways that you can do things, but you need to get that advice. You won't get it from one book. You'll get it from
Not Facebook necessarily.
Well, you can't Google your way to this.
No.
It's in the same way as you can't Google your way to driving a car or certainly driving a Formula One car or flying an airplane or flying a helicopter. There's some complexity. You can't just Google it and think, well, I've read the book, I can go and drive that thing. You can't.
No.
You need certain instruction. I believe you need that, which is why we pride ourselves on providing that instruction. So the STIG for SSAS sort of thing, so we try and help people, guide them so they feel confident, usually for about 12 months. And once they've got that confidence, then, they're normally comfortable, by and large, making their own decisions, but with the ear of somebody else who's a professional. Because, tax law, there's a pension manual there's a book called the Pensions Tax Manual, great if you're an insomniac, but and it changes every single month. So every month there's a change in the pensions law. And you can't keep up to date with this yourself. It's not possible. So you need somebody to say, this law applies to you. Watch out for this. You need to be cautious about that. And also check, by the way, that they've got PI cover. Because if they don't have PI cover, they're putting you at risk.
Yeah, I think Arwen asked the question, doesn't she?
This is invaluable information. I'm sure you'll agree. Hopefully that video was useful for you, but please do not stop there. There are plenty of videos that I know that will help you build your wealth whilst reducing your tax liability. And in this video, well, this is the one I think you should be watching right now.